בארץ ישראל קם העם היהודי, בה עוצבה דמותו הרוחנית, הדתית והמדינית, בה חי חיי קוממיות ממלכתית, בה יצר נכסי תרבות לאומיים וכלל אנושיים, והוריש לעולם כולו את ספר הספרים הנצחי. ארץ ישראל was the birthplace of the Jewish people. Here, their spiritual, religious, and political identity was shaped. Here, they first attained to statehood, created cultural values of national and universal significance, and gave to the world the eternal book of books. These words, David Ben-Gurion, started during the historic reading of our Declaration of Establishment on Hey Be'iyar, May 14th, 1948. Well, I consider that day as the happiest day for the Jewish people since we were exiled after the Second Temple was destroyed and our 2,000 years of Galut started. On that day, the same afternoon, when the last British soldier departed from the port of Haifa after the 28-year mandate of our land, our Zionist leaders closed one chapter of our long journey and began a new one. This declaration framed our understanding of who we are as a nation and why for generations we have yearned to return to our ancient homeland and to our eternal capital, Jerusalem. My friends, it took just 3 years after our darkest time in Europe that our state was reestablished and that we created the only democracy in the Middle East, the only one. And yet, as we have done all throughout our history, we rose from the ashes and began a new chapter of our long journey, creating the flourishing country we see today. We may only be 78 years old, but our achievements are not only remarkable, they are another proof of our resilience. We transformed orange groves into the global hub for high-tech. We returned barren lands into thriving agricultural environments. We brought about the rebirth of our ancient cities, reopening them so all may walk in the footsteps of our forefathers and mothers, of course. And despite succeeding in many ways, even doing so in one of the most hostile regions in the world, there are still many leaders, some sitting very close to us, who prefer to boycott us, try to deny our existence, and automatically criticize our actions because some of them are racist and anti-Semitic. Well, I say to them here tonight, the Jewish people and the state of Israel do not need your recognition. We know who we are, and we are proud of who we are. We are saying to them all, we will never be Jews with trembling knees again. Not in Europe, not in the United States, and not in New York City. A city whose development was largely driven by the Jewish community. And yet, even in a world filled with many hostilities toward us, the state of Israel has always kept the door open for collaboration, partnership, and for peace. Many countries are taking the opportunity to work with the brightest minds of Israel to push their societies in the right direction, from high-tech, water-tech, agri-tech, from our aerospace industries and satellites, to our innovative medical system and breakthrough research. Countries and organizations are jumping on the chance to be part of our success. This is the opposite of boycotts, and our economy clearly reflects it. Our shekel is one of the strongest currencies in the world, and our economy stayed that way. Even after the challenging past 3 years of war. Nations that want to prosper know that working with Israel is the smartest investment. So to anyone who wants to boycott us and use the same tactics of the Germans used back in the 30s, you will also lose. Don't test us again. We will continue to flourish and be successful with or without them. But my friends, behind any story of success comes immense sacrifice. None of our achievements could have happened without the sacrifices of our brave soldiers. And to be honest, we get to celebrate our independence year after year because of them. You will hear tonight the story of one of our brave soldiers. Guy Simchi fought the devils from Gaza, Hamas, on their dark day with his bare hands and sacrificed his life for the entire Am Israel. We are honored to be joined tonight by his father, Daddy Simchi, to offer reflections, yes, to offer reflections on his son's remarkable life. Thanks to Guy and all of his fellow soldiers, we are all able to stand here today as the strong, resilient, and hopeful nation that we are. We must continue to salute them, be proud of them, and stand as an iron wall against all the lies and blood libels that are said about them. We will not tolerate the actions of organized and paid protesters, many of whom lack of understanding of the history of the Israeli-Arab conflict. Stop spreading misinformation and do not lecture us, not in New York or anywhere else in the world. My friends, if we can learn anything from our soldiers, is the idea to stand shoulder to shoulder as one nation. For the past 3 years, we have seen soldiers from Jerusalem and the big cities standing next to soldiers from the periphery. We saw soldiers from Judea and Samaria fighting next to soldiers from kibbutzim. Secular soldiers with traditional and ultra-Orthodox soldiers. Soldiers born in Israel standing next to soldiers from the United States and around the world. We are proud that our soldiers do not only come from the Jewish and the Druze communities in Israel, but Christian and Muslim communities as well. When they put on their uniform, they fight shoulder to shoulder as one body, one soul, one nation, united against our cruel enemies. And now, my friends, it is time for us to learn from them and unite. We must put our differences aside and lower the flames between us. We don't have the privilege to be divided. Only together we will continue to succeed as a nation and against our enemies, the Ayatollahs and their proxies. For the past 2 months, we have been fighting our enemy alongside our strongest ally, the United States of America. Well, in fact, the United States was the first country to recognize our establishment. Yes? President Truman, against the advice of his State Department, stood boldly and took just 11 minutes after we announced our independence to announce his support. We will never forget that the United States was the first to recognize us and continues to be our greatest ally. So, thank you, President Truman, for standing strong for what is morally correct. And this evening is also a good opportunity to thank President Trump and his administration as well as the brave pilots and members of the U.S. Armed Forces who are bravely fighting alongside the Israeli pilots and soldiers of the IDF and are stopping the Ayatollah's destruction of the world. In fact, we are fighting to save the entire Western civilization, while, unfortunately, many leaders are staying silent. We today, more than ever, have shown the world how democracy will always prevail. We are two strong nations who will continue to stand together against anyone trying to destroy our societies. My friends, as we celebrate Israel's 78th year of independence, let us take a moment to reflect on our past, on the sacrifices that brought us here, and on our collective responsibility we now carry forward. As we look ahead with hope and determination, let's continue to move forward together as one people, as one nation, Am Echad. May we carry forward a chapter that our great Zionist leader opened 130 years ago at the first Zionist Congress in Basel, Switzerland. As a reflection of that historic meeting, the first Zionist leader, Theodor Herzl, famously said, it's a strong one. בבאזל ייסדתי את מדינת היהודים. At Basel I founded the Jewish state. And today we are continuing that legacy. I want to take the opportunity to thank you all for your unwavering support. To the Jewish organizations, community leaders, my fellow ambassadors and consul generals, thank you so much, my friends. And elected officials, and to the employees at the Israeli consulate, and especially my team for their tireless efforts in putting together this evening's event. שיר המעלות. בשוב השם את שיבת ציון היינו כחולמים, אז ימלא שחוק פינו ולשוננו רינה. חג עצמאות שמח ישראל.